Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Rebecca, also known as Reiki Reselling. I'm a part-time reseller over on eBay and Vinted. And today I thought I'd give you my top 5 tips for when you're going boot sale hunting, trying to grab all them bargains. So let's check it out. So there are some resellers out there that will try to typically go around boot sales getting like high value ticket items. So things like electronics, they do really well on eBay especially, and a bit more in growing in popularity, I would say. I can't get my words out over on Vinted now that they've released that category. But you tend to find that vintage sort of old tech, whatever you want to call it, tends to do quite well even now, because people are wanting something that's a bit more retro, a bit more unusual, and a lot of the old tech still holds its value. Whilst all this like tech is great if you can get it, remember to buy it as if it's not working, so you have no nasty surprises. If someone is wanting a DVD player sold for £30, but on eBay it only gets about 50, that's still a good profit margin, but you've got to think if it was broken it wouldn't reach the £30 back that you paid for it, or the £20 that you paid. So always keep in the back of your mind that if you're buying electronics, buy them as if they're broken. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is don't be afraid to obviously haggle. If somebody is selling like a pair of Clark shoes for £15, how much are them? Yeah. Sorry?
15.
You've got to think, if Clarks were having a sale, is that how much they would be brand new? If you've seen them at a charity shop, is that how much you would pay for them? If it's £15 into 30, some people might like to double up like that, and that's absolutely fine, but you've got to take into account eBay's fees if you're registered as a business seller, and also the tax that you're going to pay on that item. So that £15 profit isn't really £15 profit. Tip number 3. A lot of people, especially when you're selling at a boot sale, don't really like somebody that is researching on the phone for the cost of an item blatantly in front of you, because they'll be wondering why you're doing that. They'll know you're a reseller, which is fine. A lot of people will ask, and I'm happy to answer honestly if they do ask, but some people do think it's quite rude, and could actually bump the price up, especially if you're actively researching it in front of them. So the best thing to do is to just ask what a price is. If you're unsure whether it's worth it or not, and whether it's, you know, within your profit margins, go away, have a look at another stall or look at something else, research it when you walk away, and then come back. It will still be there 2 minutes later. Tip number 4, I nearly did 3 again, is when somebody is unloading their stuff, give them chance to actually unload it. The worst thing that you can do is to just rummage around their boot, or it's fine to ask, have you got any of this, when they're unloading, you know, because you're giving them the boundary and the respect to give them the chance to upload. But the amount of people that I see at boot sales that are literally like jumping on these poor buyers and sellers, getting the elbows in out the way, telling other people to nudge along, when the person's just trying to unload the boot, it's just not a very nice experience, and people are less likely to have any kind of patience with you. Tip number 5, whenever you're sourcing items, it doesn't really matter what you want to specialize in, whether that be clothes, shoes, you know, electronics, gaming, whatever it might be open-minded. You know, you're not going to find that £200 pair of trainers every single time, so it's important that you're open-minded and get some small wins too, because these small wins do add up too. If you can buy something for 50p and sell it for £10, you know, that is a good profit margin. It might not be the best sale in the world, and it might not, you know, it might be something that sells really quickly, which is fantastic. You want a nice quick flip if you can, but don't always just go for the high ticket items. And now on to the sales. First up is eBay. I had a total of 8 sales, which totaled £81.44. You might have seen in one of my other videos when I went charity shop hunting, I picked up this Banana Republic jacket for £5, sold for £18.54. A very, very quick turnover. It was only about a week, so that was good. I've had this phone for ages lying around in the house. It was part of an electronic bundle I picked up a while ago. Cost me absolutely nothing. Sold it for £5.08. In my CM car boot sale video, you'll see us pick up these Adidas trainers for £4, sold for £16.62. I've had this Help for Heroes hoodie a little while now, bought it for £2 I think. It was a bad purchase, but I did make profit on it. I sold it for £5. I bought this Peter Storm jacket from my thrift shop, paid £1, sold for £8.92. Nice little margin there. Go and check out one of my other videos where I partaked in a kilo sale from a charity shop. I bought these Ralph Lauren pants and they worked out as literally like 50p, and I did a quick flip on them as well, sold them for £9.99. Another fail, I bought this jacket for £5, sold it for £12.29. Profit is profit, I guess. I sold this jumper way too cheap. I bought it again in the kilo sale. However, it wasn't part of that. It was just a normal purchase. Paid about £2 for it. Did a quick flip on it for £5. Probably should have held out because it was merino wool, but hey ho. And now over on Vinted. It was quite surprising that I sold 8 items again, but this was a bit less at £57.05. These Clark shoes didn't hang around for very long. Bought them at the thrift shop less than a week ago for 50p. Just wanted quick sales, quick money, so I've sold them for £4. Knew I probably could have got a bit more for them over on eBay, but they weren't in the best condition, so I'll take that. Sold a couple of shirts I've had around for ages. I bought them at £1 each. Sold them quickly over on Vinted. Accepted an offer for £6.55. Just wanted them gone really. With car boot season coming up, I know I'm going to be buying a lot more different kind of purchases. Don't want loads and loads of clothing taking up so much space. One of the charity shops had a sale on and was selling this Coast dress for £1. Did a quick flip on it and accepted an offer for £7. I did have it on for £10, but it's still a nice chunky profit. And very quick, to be fair. I think it only sold in like 2 days, so that was good. These mule sandals, I didn't realise had different branding inside. So they were genuine hotter, but one shoe was dark writing, the other was white writing. So although I did only pay 50p for them, I just thought I'll quickly sell them on Vinted for £4. I've had this Squishmallow a little while now. I did have it on Vinted for £5, but accepted an offer for £3 just because I wanted it gone. I was going to take it to the boot sale tomorrow, to be fair, if I hadn't have sold it, so that's fine. I bought this Peter Worth t-shirt literally last week over for the hubby. It was a size large, but I thought it was an extra large and it wasn't. So I quickly flipped that. It turned it from £2 into £8. Happy days, brand new with tags. I definitely think I sold this bag far too cheap because I listed it. I bought it for 50p, listed it for £5, and 2 minutes hadn't even passed literally and it had already sold. Probably should have got more because it was 100% leather. But you live and learn. I was happy with that. And last but not least, I had a bit of a sale on over at my Vinted. So if you bought so many items, you got a little bit knocked off. I think it was 10 or 15%. So this person bought a few pairs of shoes that I've had on my shop for quite some time. So he paid £19.55. Happy to get it gone. Probably more than what I would have gotten at a boot sale anyway. So happy days. So that's it for the sales for this last couple of weeks. It has been a slow start, but hopefully, obviously I'm doing a boot sale tomorrow, so let's hope, fingers crossed, that I'll get maybe 150 maybe in sales, but there'll be a video to follow from that. Please remember, if you like this sort of content, please let us know down in the comments below, and please don't forget to subscribe. It costs nothing and it means that I know you guys enjoy my videos. So stay tuned till the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.